The Climate Change Minister has visited Lauderdale residents who are battling coastal erosion. Despite promising to chip in funds, the government's been criticised for its handling of the failed coastal policy.
On Sunday, a king tide spilled into what used to be Jennifer Cullen's veggie garden and front lawn. She's since spent about $20,000 creating this buffer between her home and the ocean.
Well, we've placed 500 tonne of rock and we've sort of shaped the wall around so that the sea goes out rather than affecting the next property.
I think that we're all becoming increasingly aware that climate change, extreme weather events are real and they're happening now.
The Climate Change Minister today inspected the damage, reassuring residents and the council the government is aware it'll need to chip in.
But the land in front of some of these properties is Crown land, and we're in negotiations with the state government right now and how there's compensation for that land that's been damaged and how we restore it.
In the long term, the council's investigating building a seawall, developing man-made reefs to break down wave formations and groins in the sand. The state government hasn't ruled out reacquiring the land.
If it's going to be something like this as a regular occurrence, I can see that it would probably be a logical thing to do.
The opposition says it wouldn't be necessary if an adequate coastal policy was in place. The government recently scrapped a draft it had been working on for 7 years after it was rejected by the Planning Commission.
And there's been no allocation of funding for a state coastal policy in this year's budget.
The state coastal policy falling over after 7 years of work was extremely disappointing and a missed opportunity.
Ms O'Connor insists she's working with the Planning Minister to ensure an adequate policy is in place in the near future. The council's hoping that's before the next king tide. Annah, ABC News.